introduce our very own affirminator, the Reverend Loretta Brooks.
Thank you. Thank you. It is a pleasure to be here with you this morning. I see some faces that I know, and I see some faces that I don't know. So I just want to welcome each and every one of you, wish you a happy Father's Day if you're a father, and a happy Father's Day if you're not a father. It's okay because we're all one. So happy Father's Day to all of the fathers in the audience. And at my center, we usually wish each other a happy Sunday. So let's turn to our neighbors or get up and wish each other a happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. It's so good to see you. You also, Karen. I haven't seen you in so long, so do you. You look wonderful.
Here mostly. I'm mostly here. I don't.
Are you? Oh, okay.
2 years full time.
Okay, good to see you. Wonderful to see you. Okay. Happy Sunday. So that is such a wonderful way. I used to be a teacher and I count 1, 2, 3. Thank you. It really works. It's a very good way to really get everyone's attention. I used to do that when I was a teacher at the high school. You count 1 to 3 and everybody stops talking. I don't know why, but it's a miracle. So be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That's what I'm going to speak to you about this morning. The spiritual power that each and every one of you possess is something that is so wonderful and so beautiful. And I want to talk to you today a little bit about transformation. Transformation has that word in it, form. So I want to ask you, what are you forming in your mind? What are you thinking about day by day, moment by moment? Are you blessing yourself? Are you inspiring yourself? Are you energizing yourself? Despite the challenges that we are all facing, we need to inspire ourselves on a daily basis. We need to renew and bless ourselves all of the time. That is what transformation is all about. My teacher, Dr. Grayson, wrote a book called The Essays, The Collected Essays. And in that book, he said, it's almost a quote, I don't remember it exactly, but he said that when you are living in your potential, you are not living in the actual. And that's what I'm going to be speaking to you about this morning. Because your potential, if you look it up in the dictionary, it is a word that means future. Did you ever have this happen to you when you were in school, and some of the kids here today may have that happening to them? The teacher says you have so much potential. Anybody ever hear that one? Ooh, a lot of you, right? Okay. So when you have potential, it means that you're not really using what you have. And when you transform your consciousness, you are living in the actual world, as Abraham Maslow said. You are becoming a self-actualized person. You are actualizing yourself by transformation. You are renewing your mind each and every day. When you wake up in the morning and tell yourself you're wonderful, how many people in here do that? Not too many. That's okay. You can start tomorrow, right? Start tomorrow. See, I'm putting that out in the future already. You can actually start right now if you want to. Because self-actualization is really when you are telling yourself good things all of the time, transforming your consciousness despite the appearances. Transformation is very, very powerful. The power that you have within you is that spiritual power that tells you that you can be anything, you can do anything. You can begin a spiritual practice anytime in your life. I do one every single day. How many of you in here have a spiritual practice? That's wonderful. A lot of you do. So when you have a spiritual practice, what you are doing is you are transforming your consciousness. Do you see? The word form. You use that word to form new ideas, to bless yourself despite the appearances that may be happening in your life. I do a lot of spiritual work for people. I do a lot of prayer work in my center. I'm a practitioner as well. Practitioners are people who pray for people, and I do that all the time. I want to share with you this morning some of the stories that I have been privileged to be a part of. I have a young lady that I am praying for, and she's probably in her late 30s, and she has the appearance of cancer. And I say the appearance because I don't want to make it a reality. And she said to me, Reverend Loretta, they may operate on me on my birthday, and I'm really upset about that. And I said to her something that really rang a bell for her. I said, you know what? You can call this a rebirth. Instead of your birthday, how about a rebirth where you are being born again in consciousness and where you are knowing the divine intelligence within you is healing you and blessing you and letting go of that appearance of cancer. And that's what we're working with. We're working with that idea. Transformation is really about ideas. The ideas that you have about yourself. How are you forming those ideas? What are you doing with them? Today is Father's Day. It's a beautiful day to honor fathers. A wonderful day to honor your father. And you know, I always remember with my dad, and this is also my own transformation came from my son. He was 10 years old. I was a single parent. And I said, you know, I wish my dad was more loving. I wish that he told me he loved me all the time. He wasn't like that. He was sort of closed emotionally. And my son, who was 10 years old, said something that I hope will touch each and every one of you this morning. He said, why can't you just accept him the way he is? He was 10. Going on 60. Yes? But those words really changed my life forever. Acceptance is also transformation, because what you accept about another person allows you to grow, allows you to make the changes that you need to make in your life. If you won't accept something, you're blocking it, and you're not able to transform your consciousness. You have a power within you, we all do. So my dad was doing the best that he could. He worked a lot. He had a business. He worked 6 days a week to take care of us. He was a good provider. And through acceptance of him, I began to change my relationship with him. I was no longer looking for something that he couldn't give me. Do you see? When you begin to accept things in a new and broader way, it changes everything in a relationship. Acceptance is transformation. And I also say to each and every one of you, accept yourself. You see? That's another great lesson for each and every one of us. To love ourselves more, to be there for ourselves more, to accept ourselves. That's what transformation is all about. It's forming a new idea about yourself and then giving birth to it. I love what Michael Beckwith says. Michael Beckwith and I love that man. He is such a wonderful, if you can ever hear anything by him or go online, he's a wonderful teacher. And he teaches the idea of rebirth, birthing a new idea, giving birth to a new idea about yourself, and then keeping that idea for yourself all the time. Don't let go of it. That is really what transformation is about. You may be feeling a little bit challenged. How many of you have ever had a challenge, or is it just me? Joseph and Nick raised 2 hands. So we really need to know that though we have these appearances, my wonderful teacher, Dr. Grayson, who just an amazing, amazing teacher for me. And he used to say, despite the appearances, you are always transforming your consciousness. If you will get an idea about yourself and work with it and allow it to really penetrate your consciousness, allow it to really be within you. There's a power within you that is so powerful. It is truly powerful. It is at work for you all of the time, not some of the time. Even when you don't know it, it's still working. And it does what you tell it to do. So sometimes if you're telling it to do something that's making you get upset, you have to stop doing that. You have to change your mind. That's what transformation is about. It is about changing your mind about something. It is about raising your level of consciousness to a new idea, an idea that blesses you, an idea that gives form. You know, these children that are in this teaching are so fortunate. They are so fortunate. They are so blessed to be young and to be in this teaching and to be able to be taught good things about yourself. How about that? I don't know about you, but I came from that old-time religion, you know? And I am so grateful today for this teaching. I've been in this teaching for over 25 years. It's a long time. And I had a wonderful teacher. And I always practice changing my mind. If you get an idea that you don't like about someone, begin to change your mind. That's how we're changing the world. There are so many powerful teachers in this world. The Dalai Lama, he says if you take an 8-year-old child and you begin to allow that child to meditate, and we do that all over the world, in one generation, we would end the violence. How about that? That's a wonderful idea that we can work with. And for those of you who are sitting there saying it's not going to work, well, that's right for you. It's not right for us, right? Yes. Because we are teaching these new principles, these spiritual ideas that bless us, uplift us, inspire us, and transform our consciousness. You need to get a new idea. An idea that will bless you, an idea that will uplift and inspire and empower you to be your best each and every day. I've started a new practice and I want to share it with you. Because whatever I do, when I'm at my center, I share. Always share your ideas if they're good. If they're not good, keep them to yourself. Always share your ideas if they're good for you, right? So you have this new idea. Here's my wonderful idea that I want to share with each and every one of you this morning. I started reading this book called The Miracle Morning. Anybody heard of this? A few of you. Start doing it, please. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful book if you can get it. It's called The Miracle Morning, and it's all about having an hour or 20 minutes every morning to prepare yourself for your day. You either meditate, you pray, you exercise. Yes, exercise. Physical exercise. And he talks about transformation. That is what it's about. Unless you do something differently, things remain the same. It's getting out of bed and doing something differently for yourself. The Miracle Morning is wonderful because the way that you set up your day, whatever it is that you're doing, that is the way your life becomes. Your life becomes the day, it becomes the week, it becomes the month and the year. So everything that you do to prepare yourself is creating good for you. Miracle Morning will transform your consciousness and transform your life. I'm going to be, I want the baby to be peaceful. Let's send him peaceful thoughts. Thoughts of peace. Thoughts of peace. Thoughts of peace. He'll be okay. See, it is Father's Day, right? And we're honoring this new baby, who is so blessed to be in this teaching. Yes? Yes. It is a blessing to be a part of this teaching. And we have more children here who are also blessed to be in this teaching. Right? Yes. See that? We sent him peace in a bottle. It works every time. So I'm glad we're having fun today because that's really what life is all about. It's about having fun, enjoying yourself, and transforming your consciousness. At my center, we have fun. You know, one of the things, I don't know, I'm getting off the track here a little bit. I'll get back to transformation. But one of the things that a lot of people like meetings. Anybody in here like meetings? I never like meetings. It's okay. You can say you like them. It's okay. You can like meetings. I don't have to like them. You like them. I don't. It's okay. So instead of having a board meeting, we go out to lunch. And we hang out and we enjoy ourselves and we have a lot of fun and we get things done. That for me is transformation. find something new that you would like to do in your life and then begin to form it in your mind. And it's not about your age, and it's not about I'm too old, I'm too this, I'm too that, I'm too thin, I'm too fat, I'm too this, I can't hear, I can't see. We go on and on with all of these excuses. Stop giving yourself the excuses and start to live your life. Get a copy of The Miracle Morning if you want to. You don't have to. And get a copy of that, and if you want to, begin. Begin, begin, begin. Remember that you are living from your actual, not your potential. Your potential puts you in the future. I was always told by my teachers when I was younger, I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, my teachers liked me. They said she has such great potential, but she isn't disciplined enough. She doesn't have enough discipline. Anybody else get that, or was it just me? Quite a few of us, right? Yes. You have such potential, my darling. What does that mean? It really doesn't mean anything unless you're really using what you have, you see? If you use what you have, you are transforming your consciousness. You are forming new ideas that will bless you, that will uplift you, that will inspire you. I have to share another story with you, which really shows you about the ideas that we have and how they bless us. I'm working with a woman who has twins. They're not identical twins, but I'm doing prayer work with her and so on. And one of the twins, she tells me, is an absolute incredible achiever. She gets all A's, she does everything right, on and on and on. The other twin, however, not so much. She's a challenge. She can't function. And guess what? These children are acting out what the parents are giving to both of them. The one girl is a wonderful achiever. She gets all A's. The other girl has a lot of challenge, but she's more creative. You see, us creative ones, we're a little different. We think out of the box, like all of us in this audience, right? But that's okay. That's okay. But what I'm trying to tell her is to get another idea about your child. Get a new idea about your child. And I told her to work with this idea that my daughter, the other daughter, is able to function. She has that ability. You see, we have to let go of the old and welcome in the new. That is true transformation, forming a new idea. Now, I only have a few minutes left, and what I want to do for each and every one of you is a spiritual mind treatment because I love doing them. They are a gift. My teacher taught me, and I would like to share something with you for transformation. Yes? Is that okay? Yes. So I want to say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, and I want to wish each and every one of you a very blessed day, a very blessed week. And my message to you today is get going. Start your life now. Don't put it into the future. Be your actual, not your potential. So let me do a treatment for each and every one of you to bless you, uplift you, and inspire you. Yes. There is one life, one power, one presence. It operates fully and completely upon the conscious mind of each and every one in this room. And through the spiritual power that each one identifies with this morning, each one is not only uplifted, transformed by the renewing of their mind, they are blessed, they are conscious of renewal, and they are saying yes to life. They are living their actual life, they are practicing and enjoying their lives, and they are practicing their spiritual methodology. And through this methodology, all kinds of wonderful things are coming to each and every one in this audience, including the speaker. I am knowing this for each and every one. There is a blessing this morning, and each one accepts it and receives it, and each one is transformed by the renewing of the mind. There is only one mind, one power. We honor it, and I know that love is the answer. And through this love and acceptance, each and every one of us goes forward, onward, and upward in consciousness to a greater realization of who and what we are. This is the truth and the law, so be it, and together we say, and so it is. Thank you.